In a league dominated by offensive superstars, it is refreshing to see a defensive monster make an appearance.
Trying to keep this game from going into overtime. Joe drives right by Kessler. The reverse got blocked at the rim.
And that is exactly who the Utah Jazz's rookie, Walker Kessler, is. Kessler's uncanny ability to block shots and protect the paint make him one of the most feared centers in the league, and he is only getting started. So let's take a look at why this defensive behemoth will win Rookie of the Year award. Walker's rise to the NBA. Basketball has always been a premium in the Kessler household. Walker's dad and uncle both played college ball and even made it to the NBA before choosing to go down the orthopedic surgeon route. Weird, we know. But hopefully Kessler sticks to playing ball, as he is one of the brightest and best young players in the league. It is always good to have close family members that can instill that passion for basketball in you, and that is what happened with Walker as he grew to love the game because of the backyard 2-on-2s against his dad and uncle. Now, of course, it doesn't hurt when you have a major growth spurt and end up climbing all the way up to 7 feet. It must be fun to know that you can spike any ball to the bleachers and dunk on anyone on the court. And Walker had his fair share of fun in high school, where he averaged nearly 17 and 10, and went on to be named Mr. Georgia Basketball and win the Georgia Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year. Now, a big reason why he was such a sensation in Georgia was that he averaged nearly 5 blocks a game. His ability to send the ball rocketing into the stands is something that translated seamlessly into the NBA. But more on that one in a little bit. First, Kessler had to make his name in the college circuits. College accolades. His incredible high school play earned him a 5-star ranking, which had high-level colleges like North Carolina, Duke, Michigan, and Virginia lining up to sign him. Every team loves a mobile big who can protect the paint. In the end, Kessler tried his luck with the North Carolina Tar Heels, joining an elite list of NBA talents like Vince Carter, James Worthy, and this guy named Michael Jordan. It didn't take long for Kessler to get himself added to the North Carolina history books, as he set a freshman record and an ACC tournament record for blocks in a game. So clearly, his talent of spiking the orange ball into the stands translated from high school to college. The following year, Kessler took his talents to Auburn in order to get more playing time. Again, Auburn has had quite a few NBA players come through their program, but none like Kessler, who set the Auburn single-season block record and led the nation in blocks. So no wonder he was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Once he finished toying with these college kids, Kessler set his mind on bringing his elite defensive skills to the NBA as he declared for the 2022 draft. Walker's defensive impact in the NBA. Kessler was selected 22nd overall by the Memphis Grizzlies before being traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here is where Kessler's story takes an interesting and ironic turn, as the Wolves traded Kessler along with a handful of other players and 4 future first-round picks for the Jazz's block artist Rudy Gobert. Now, at the time, that seemed like an overpay for someone like Gobert, but to make matters worse, Kessler has been a rookie sensation this year. In fact, he has blocked more shots than Gobert and is the only player to have multiple games of 7 or more shots blocked. So talk about rubbing salt in the wounds of some Wolves fans. Since earning the starting role in Utah, Kessler has averaged a double-double with almost 3 blocks a game. Not only are those numbers impressive for a rookie, but they are elite, period. Kessler hasn't played enough games to qualify him for a block leader, but if he had, he would be second in the NBA. That is incredibly impressive because it's an old adage when it comes to rookies that they can't handle the physicality of the NBA, and neither can they stay out of foul trouble. But Kessler is built different. Not only can he turn back the best NBA players in the world, but he has the IQ to stay out of foul trouble. In fact, Kessler has made such a great impression on the Jazz that he is one of 2 untouchable players for the organization. Which begs the question, how come so many teams slept on the shot-blocking big man? Well, it might be because he isn't known as a shooter, and today's NBA requires everyone to shoot. But Kessler is breaking through this mold and showing everyone that a dominant shot-blocking center is as valuable as ever before. So let's see how this trend-breaking center stacks up with some of his contemporaries, compared to other rookies. So when you are picked in the lottery, you're expected to compete for the Rookie of the Year. This is especially true if you're the number 1 pick. Now, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to his pick position. Banchero was the first rookie since LeBron James to put up at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in his debut. He was also the second teenager in NBA history to put up at least 30 points and 15 rebounds in a game. However, after a super hot start, his numbers have faltered a little, especially his percentages, as he had one of the poorest three-point shooting months in February in NBA history. But he has been one of the catalysts for making the Orlando Magic look good and competitive again, so he will garner a lot of votes. Then there is the Pacers' Benedict Mathurin. Coming off of the bench, Mathurin is one of the best sixth-man players in the NBA already. He is a dynamic scorer who has quickened the Pacers' rebuild by being NBA ready so early on in his career. However, he is a little one-dimensional. Mathurin is only known for getting buckets and can lack in playmaking and doesn't provide any great defense. Now, of course, the Kings have an exceptional rookie on their hands too in Keegan Murray. However, Murray is primarily seen as a 3-and-D player and often lacks usage. Compare him to someone like Kessler, who is the backbone of an entire defense, and we can see that there are levels to the game. There are also a few other things to consider when it comes to the NBA awards. It's not always the best guy who gets it, so let's take a look at some of them. Other factors to consider. Now, one important thing to consider when it comes to the Rookie of the Year is games played. In the past, guys like Joel Embiid lost out on the award because they didn't play enough games. Now, Kessler has played plenty of games. In fact, he has played over 60. However, he had to wait a long time to get to the starting position, so he hasn't started nor has he played as many minutes as some of the other rookies. This will, unfortunately, count against the big man. Plus, the Rookie of the Year award tends to go to a rookie who is either an exceptional scorer or provides clear impact on his team. That is why Banchero is the favorite to get the award. Kessler might not be a great scorer yet, but his impact on the team is undeniable, as the Jazz are one of the best defensive teams when Kessler is on the court. There is also the matter of the narrative. Awards often go to players who have media narrative to back them up, and because Kessler started the season out as a bench player not getting a ton of minutes, other rookies got the narrative rub and have kept it going until now. And yet Kessler's incredible play is undeniable, and that is why he has set himself to take home the Rookie of the Year award. Why he will win it. If Walker Kessler takes home the Rookie of the Year trophy, he will be the first center since Shaq to win it. And he deserves this honor too. As the NBA game changes to reward offense over defense, it is easier to see dynamic scorers coming into the leagues and making an immediate impact. However, it is incredibly rare for a rookie to have such a massive defensive impact that your team doesn't even miss a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. That is the kind of rookie season that Walker Kessler is having. The center position is the backbone to any good defensive team because it is vital to protect the rim and not allow easy buckets. That is why it takes most rookie centers years to get the starting position, as you cannot rely on a young center to adequately do his job. But the Jazz can rely on Walker Kessler on a nightly basis, as he has proven to already be one of the best shot blockers and defensive bigs in the league. That alone deserves the Rookie of the Year honors. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell beside it so that you are notified the next time we upload a new video. And with that being said, you just watched why Walker Kessler will win Rookie of the Year. We'll see you next time.